Okay. This one's a little late.
It's like almost it'd be like you hit the button. It's like, come on, gotta wake up.
I
Go
know,
back right there. I gotta hit the button. I got it.
I know, it's so slow. But works for me, I guess.
Yep, we gotta go, man. That's all that matters.
Yep, we're good. We're golden. Yeah, we're all set.
That voice, love. Saying that speak out. So here we are. Please, I'm president of the 24th table this year, and I want to thank you. 501(c)(3), and with that, we'd like to give back to the community, so this is part of what our group is giving back to the community. I'm glad everybody's here. We have a few guests, long time here. That you have brought up guests. Do you want to introduce? So you all stand for a minute and let everybody know who is what and talk loud. Microphone.
Unfortunately, I'm just now getting an idea. I'm going to be working, but it's such a pro, it's something done.
And I took a class a month and a half, lots of story reading. Thanks, Dave. I'm done. I've been actually trying to turn stuff.
Did I miss it? Yes, thank you.
That in my hand, two pieces. And this, my grandfather was a Woodturner. He worked in the chair factory in Lisbon. He was like the top man on machines. He set the machines up, and somebody would run them. And I got pieces in wood turning. He would different colors of wood. He would go in different depths that went chin and tattered holes. But he committed suicide. didn't want to talk about it, so I don't know much about that. I think he drank too much.
It was Sandy. It was Sandy.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's one, I went to the state sale, another Woodturner, he committed suicide. How was he? And nobody bid on his leg. It's like he was a Woodturner. But nobody would bid on his leg. I don't know if it was just.
Sandy will get you. I'm sorry.
Two Woodturners that I it's suicidal. So you gotta say thanks. You won't be back.
Thank you, Sam. Okay, we have one announcement. Over on the table is a sign-up sheet for homebrewing. So we put 2 days, the 4th and 5th of July, and we will have another later. We have 2 people signed up. We have a lot that want to, but we need to figure out the rotation. So if it's something you're interested in, please sign up. Otherwise, it's Bob and I and him. So please, we need demonstrators, even if you just come for a couple of hours and have no, print out some blanks or something. It doesn't matter. Just somebody will be in the same place we were last year. The church has allowed us to have that sign up in the front yard. So if you're interested, and it doesn't matter your skill level, come and make wood chips. First thing I ever turned, he said, "What are you making?" And I said, "I'm making a soup pig." So I just didn't know when to stop. I was on the roll. But anyway, come, and if you're new to it, yeah, it would be fun. And we have a lot of others that can give you some instruction, but honestly, the best teacher experience. So just come. That's tomorrow. Okay, so make sure you get that signed up for me because next month is club business. Bring the urns next meeting because they will be getting mailed tomorrow, the week of the 13th, sometime in there of July. They are for the Katie's cause, which is from premature birth to 5 years old. If something should happen to kids or whatever, that happens and the family doesn't have funds, we will be making the urn if they can keep their precious one. So this is what that's for, and as a 501c to give back to the community is what we so they'll be mailed the second week of July. So we can have them, bring them to July meeting. We've got a few here now, and they will be in this room. We will not personalize these with the club or anything because of what they're to me that's intact. So you'll just be sending with all that. Anybody else got any announcements, club stuff, anything needs to be brought to the attention of the club?
Email us out the specification on the urns.
Okay. I have a copy here. You'll take pictures of your copy. Okay. Let's see here. We're going to do the multi-axis turning is our challenge for this month. But it's also, we have a few of those fit against the gallery. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the instant gallery. And we're going to start at this end. John. So this, I mean, it's something else. Can you talk louder, dude?
But yeah, cash, I did this 2 years ago and wanted to try it, and I obviously didn't want to do it. And oh, I was so then I started doing the project. Then I started moving away from the wood, and Mother Nature kind of like got the fruits and ate the glory out of it. And it doesn't hold much anymore, but it is kind of look at. It'll hold the leaves. Then, this is not an accident, but it looks like it. So that's why I brought it. Gives you the illusion that it's awesome. Like, awesome. I don't know what it's called, but it's a multi-access. And you can hold single in it, put all your songs. Yeah, that was fun. This little guy, but I either 3 or 4 axes on this. This way, that way, this way. Yeah. Just want to see how to do it. And I kind of do it. Except, it's adorable. Now, this thing here, I can't explain. There's a name for this type of parts. And I don't know what it is. But you can change the pattern. And I did this years ago in a class. And she had an name for it. And I can't tell you what it is, because it's a secret. But other than that, this is yeah. Has a name. Does anybody have any clue? Thank you very much. But it's same axis. That's the problem. But the pieces. So we kind of like multi-axis, right? Yeah.
The reason John has so many because these are the
Well, I to go back. It's the basics, do those first. But at this piece of sense. Love the color. And a lot of right. I want to turn it. Another piece is there. What that is. And it's asymmetric.
no.
I have no idea.
favor with the plumbing rooms, because it has allowed us to put lids on it.
Awesome.
Carol got fancy.
I heard one day talking about the club, and I do the case with nobody. Bottom part out carrying the break. And I made a hat out of it and broke the make. Set down on the pig. Yeah. And this is the fact. Right. You don't think you've seen it before. No, to be the case. It's like live, like. It's possible.
That's awesome.
It's lovely, it's mine. That is amazing.
You turn the streets.
Stop. Isn't that something, y'all? I find it to be just fantastic. How he does it. He's offering the lesson, of course, you know, we can have everything.
What kind of wood? That's true. But what's it called? It's there's several rules for handshaking. Yeah.
Y'all have to have a one-to-one in the shop. I know you're just showing off.
Good job.
Oh, yeah. Rules of Daniel Drive.
All of you, 2 weeks ago, and I was very proud. It is not. The other thing is saying, you have to that is, just say, 20 balls, 2 weeks, in shade, 17 minutes. Then none of those. I thought this in a while. I'm expecting the outside rain. Denver, humidity, Tennessee, humidity.
got in. So he has worked.
Technology. About 2 months ago, somebody good box over last box over. But it was looked at it quite old here. But I think that was the tendency of God, and then did almost finish it, and I pulled a bit oil. This was covered. Then he told me in the life, and then I sent it dry really well, and then I sent it more. That oil tried to go through. So I pulled 4 times. It's happened to me.
And it's this is the lamp. The offset turning multi-axis setup. Okay. I was happy. Then what God did was in the middle, and I was happy with that. So I just kind of gave up on the multi-axis and went to converting out the piece of honeysuckle that's in there. I love that. I don't know why, but I do. My grandson, Sam, found a very large, very dry mushroom. It was in a creek bed. It had fallen off the tree. But this is a mushroom. And this is one of the myrtles that he found from the pine tree behind the shirt. So I thought that was a pretty joke. Yesterday was Sam's birthday. He turned 15, and I forgot to take this to him. And I made this. It's got walnut. I can't remember. I got both things. We have purple maple, sweet epoxy. So I told him, I said, this never goes in the dishwasher. But I made him a quilt and made him it. And I was using some glass ducks. You know, little rubber ducks that you do glass. I have a friend and I who we are mischievous. She'll get a whole bunch of something and hide it all over. And I do the same to her. So this time it was these little ducks, and I put them in this little bench. I put this. Anyway, don't everything necessarily at all, and that's my mom. All right, anything that I missed? Anybody? Okay. And we'll be our administrator. So. Take it.
Oh, suit me up. We got to do math. Years ago. So close. Oh, sure. You have to buy me a drink. Hi guys. Thanks for showing up. Forward to that. Better prepared by getting more time. I'm not even pointing you out to these. My name is John McCann. I've been journeying for about 8 years. I'm still learning. I'm still messing up and having to fix it. I'm getting good at fixing it. But you're supposed to do something one time,
go on. The emerging bowl concept is kind of weird. By definition, it's a bowl that comes out of something else. I was explaining rock cheese, a rock, whatever. What I have on the table is a few examples. This is a red cedar. There was a lot. It was one of my first attempts. I wouldn't stand up, so I had to do it. It's fun. It's surprising what we can do if you just gotta keep on doing it. I had an early attempt here that I thought I was the king of the world, and I did the other half of it. Oh, it's not good, except that's not around. And I'm looking at it and I couldn't figure it out, and so it's not around. So I didn't want to even bother continuing, but this is good practice. This is about 1/2 of what's supposed to be. Another couple of bowls here, it kind of looks like a coffee dish. Wasn't supposed to be, but it's an emerging bowl. It came out of something else. And I was so proud of it. They even filled it with some epoxy because, nothing's perfect. But all these examples are just the same process over and over. And I want to emphasize the process because all you need is 2 blocks of wood. Stuck together in a lathe in a few minutes. So we're going to start from scratch. I've got the wood, and I'm going to glue it together, I'm going to clamp it up, and then we're going to go from there. Any questions? Good. Start off with a pair of blocks. All this stuff is, it's a maple. I have the dimensions of 4 by 4 by 5.5. And the reason I chose this dimension is because it fits in my shop. And that's all we gotta do to start the whole thing going is do some glue up. That's what we're gonna do. Real easy, real quick. I had almost everything all set to go. And with the magic of television. I'm not a fond fan of doing it this way, but who am I? So put a little love in the corners. Can you see this all right? Yeah. And of course, this is non-toxic. Did you know that glue, this glue, white glue, Elmer's glue, type on, it actually, on a molecular level, it bonds the wood together? They can really improve it. You just put it on and peel it off. It's good stuff. Use a little piece of paper as a barrier so that when it comes time to separate these later on, you won't be taking chunks of wood out. And that's all it takes. A little bit of love. If there's any grain orientation you do want to pay attention to it. Of course, I did. Not. But you do need to clamp it. Can't be dangerous, all purpose. I'll wipe up the glue later. Highly scientific. More or less. There you go. Now, in about, say, a half hour or 2 days, I would let it cure. because I have got one already done. This is walnut. I didn't realize I was going to turn walnut until I already glued it together. So, sorry about that. Icky and all kinds of toxic and everything. But yeah. All right, come on. You can do it.
Hey, Sam, can you zoom out? A little bit.
Well, my, with the blocks being glued together, this is a 4x4 inch. I'm going to be making a 3.5 inch ball. The center is, knob. Call it a knob. And what I did was I measured down 1 3/4 plus a little bit more, because I need to get rid of the dimple that the live center is going to give me. But being the 4-inch marble that it is, it should fit nicely in here. Like a good little doobie. Come on. Come on. There you go. And it should line up fairly well. But the threading on this tailstock is a little annoying. It's like 300 threads per inch. Okay. Um, Did you ever do that? Walk around, get glasses on, and you can't leave because you can't find your glasses? Yeah. Essentially, that's all I'm going to do is part a little bit, just leave a line that this, the bottom of the knob is going to sit. To confirm the measurement, it still should be, a little over 1 3/4 inches. Just give me a mark in my find this. Oh, time out. Gonna suit up. I promised my wife I wouldn't get this shirt messed up. It's important. Then she won't feed me. The last demo that I witnessed, Stan did ball. And I was sitting too far away for me to hear what he was saying. So I didn't pay too much attention because I couldn't hear him. And that's how I speak. There's a lot of ways of doing this. I like his way. I'm not all fond of the way I do it. If I don't know this is all I'm doing, so I'm going to go across the grain to cut it. Otherwise, if you're struggling, leaving that off. And, I just thought the flaw in my layout. I did the glue up the same, oh, good job. The glue up the same way that I demonstrated. And you can still see some tape, the paper. So maybe I didn't mess up too much. There's that one over there is glued up in the corners. And if I turn away one half of it, I turn away the corners. So don't trust that one. You can't really do that. That's experience. No, it was going to be more thinking. Never adjust this with the machine running. Wow. I did bring something. Not so bad. For rookie. I'd like to say this is good enough for government work, but me. I did, not so bad. I'm almost impressing myself there. Along with multi-access, multi-axis actions, a habit you need to get into, including this one through here, is you need to, when you get something shaped the way you want it, you need to finish it. You need to sand it down, you need to coat it, you need to prep it so that it is done on that surface, on that side. Using the lathe to help you shape it and smooth it out and all that. Now's the time to do it. Because once you stop and you break it down and you go to the next step, that machine goes away. You cannot repeat yourself. So, I was on the tempting to put the final form to it. You know, it's about 45 minutes an hour, it seems like this would be good. This would really, if I go and go to the top two. Okay, essentially, that's the general shape. I could have done a better job on yeah. No, I don't. That's the thing, right? One little touch. Yeah, okay. Focus tape. Essentially, that's one half of it. Picture it, if you will, this is perfect. Use your imagination. Yeah, that's it. It's a thing. Next on the list is that we separate it. And we need to find the center of the bowl this way. Using this as an example, I don't have marked, but we need to find the middle of the bowl to turn the bowl. You get the outside one, sure. You see, you find the center and then turn the inside, exposing the bowl down. Yeah. First, you got to separate this. And this is going to be fun. Sure. Look for the log. A little bit of luck. Ooh, are you kidding me? How was it work? No, not at all. Pardon me? I did. I put the full strip all the way down. And I thought I was being really cool, you know, just hit the corners. But yeah, this is the way to go. And again, just a light little bit of glue, tape on paper, just regular, no paper, on top, and then glue, and so, nothing to it. We'll worry about that in a minute. You need to find the middle of that pencil. Did you do it with pencil? I don't have it. We don't need it. Okay. So find the middle, it is a 3.5 inch, slightly oversized 3.5. So I can, let's move my hand one. And then this guy here. Okay. A little bit of what was that? Oh, this. This is a hunk of oak that I've had for 8 years. I use this for a lot of things. One of them is for when you get you're rough turning some wood and you did the first turn and the bolt is all warped. You want to find the center. That's hard to wobble, if it's wobbling on, or I use tracks that you put the wobble in here so that it stabilizes the bolt to find the center, to turn and to turn the bottom side. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm sorry. With 30 seconds. And This is the fun part. Center hole, then all things being equal, that will be centered on this plate, this oversized plate. You can't really remove it. Since I hosed that up already, borrow it. The tighter I put this, the more cantilevered it'll react. So it's just gonna be just a little, just a little something there. Now, the magic of hot wax. So good. And when you buy this stuff on sale, the longer the better. I haven't even shot any out like I do everywhere. Of course, really good. Realize. No. Oh, this is good. You guys ever use this hot glue? That's fine. Except when it's not. And you just ran out. If a little is good, a lot is better. Good. All right then. It took like 45 minutes for that thing to warm up. Works good. But give this time to cure and set and harden up, and then we can proceed. Essentially, that's all I'm going to do is just turn a little bit of the roll. All intents and purposes, it should be a piece of cake. The hot glue works well until it doesn't. If you give it time to heat up, to cool off, and harden up, it works great. But sometimes when you're in a hurry, you don't have the patience to wait. But the way I have customarily make a blue bowl, not sure. Hang on a second. You just, whoops. Divert it. Okay. Example here is put a rim around the bowl to keep, make it a little cloud off of this flat surface. It's just a little added touch and gives it another dimension to make it stand out a little bit better. Otherwise, it's just a flat over hole. And it's hardening up nicely. In case you were wondering. Another problem that you'll run across is the balance. The way that the weight offset of this blank will make a difference. It'll get all kinds of junk in it. So we want to turn it down full speed. And not bad. Usually, it's a little more early than that. Oh, I think it's standing in line. Yeah, it's a little vibration. Okay, no vibration. All right. And it's still in place, see that? That's science. You have to put the tail slide on. Now we can. Mm, a little off center. Yeah. Yep. Nothing I can do about it now. It was that extra, it was that extra little bit that I added because I was, and yeah, and I shouldn't have. So let that be a lesson to you. Right. You guys ever get the opportunity to have somebody show you how to do this? Take it. In my way, is definitely not the best way. I'm gonna check something. You was holding up nicely. You're not gonna be worried. It's a. Okay. Well, the earthquake from waiting for the water to come around. Good work. Ooh. I'm going to practice. Let's go. There's a hook up here. Yeah, I was trying to flatten that out, but I kind of like it around. But don't let that stop it. A little bit more. Good. Now, we got a scraper. And use it. Good. We could get away with some hundred. How many of you have made a funnel out of a hole? Three. Three people, that's it? All right, cool. You. That's a straight. That's a straight. We got this straight. Oh, sharp. Oh, man. Makes a believer out of it. No, I left it. I'm going to get it to so luckily I get a lesson on how to use it. Too. That's a little point, I can tell, sure. And yes, I do. More or less. Straightforward. So you can imagine having moved the axis on this, how difficult it would be to really put the finish on the outside when you don't have the support of this machine. A lot of hand sanding, which is bolts, you know, but essentially, you need to finish it up before you move it around. Not what I did, but do as I think. Yeah. Well, essentially, it's a bowl. Next challenge is to get the thing off. I've never tried heating it, the glue back to release it. Say again? It does? And to think that I unplugged the seat. Um, you can try. Well, did I break it?
Yeah, the top one is good.
Of course, when you're handling sharp objects, do not get in the way. There's nothing in this. Easy peasy. Ooh. Huh? Are you impressed or generally speaking, with a lot of sanding, I have a lot of sandpaper, and I really hate sanding, but at least half the time is trying to fix the boo-boos that I made. But, yeah, and at the bottom, so, let's see, that's what happens when you're in a hurry. You take it off before you check it. And the bottom is too fat enough. But this is a good example of what you can do and what you should do. You should finish these up perfectly before you remove the access and change it around. You should make sure you have a good set of calipers to read of the same depth throughout the entire hole. You should. Other than that, it's a thing. The but it's not the wood's fault. I like to blame them. I often do. Yeah, yeah. Well, I had at home with my proper scrapers, it would be a lot more finished, like this little bit end up. Yeah, it's, how many times am I going to go over this? What is up with me? Yeah, sorry. Yes, yeah, try to finish it up, finish the surface that you're working before you change it. And, yes, yes, absolutely, it's part of it. Mostly, no, mostly machine, because the flat surface is easy. You know, because but a round thing, that's a chore. You do that on the machine. And you'd be doing both halves at that one time. It covers a multitude of sins. Yeah, but you know, you should take better care depth-wise. I was talking about making funnel, I was afraid of the funnel. In the funnel one, is there any questions? Yes. You can make this shape. Yes. You could try. No, you find the center of this hole, shift it down, find the center of that hole, and then that's all you do is clean up the routine. Yes. That is, there's a second. By putting that on, and it's just a standing block of wood, and highs and lows, and down you go. This is, I see where you're going with it. Offset it. That's all I can do. So don't listen to me. Yeah. No. I can't remember. I cannot remember that. It had to be up center, but I don't know. No, not with this guy. I did nice smooth middle. The middle was always great. See that? But yeah, that is definitely off center. This is parallel, the vertical. Rest of catalogs. Or, no.
Looks like you set it up, turn the bowl with the face not parallel,
Yes.
like, you know, and turn the two pieces like that. And I don't know when that you're off here, when you got in the back.
That's, I don't know. I told you. Not true.
One way of doing it, it's, you go ahead and turn the bowl, and then you put a different face on here, rather than so that it's centered, but this is the angle of turning. So basically, you're putting this shape on the back and reverse.
Right. Sure. It sounds good. No, Chris is good. I totally agree with you. It was long, it was years ago. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I can. And that's okay. Woodturners okay. Any questions at all? Thank you very much for your attention. Appreciate it.
That is something that I will probably give a shot to see if I can make it. Anybody got any comments?
So, I think part of maybe that line is to have a lot of maps so that this all 7 piece is going to be whole unit.
Right, it's like,
It's like,
it's the whole time for pick it up. Because it's a living on the room. Yeah, you can find that. If you have a lot of it's, with a double-ended door, and on the side on this side. with everything. And what I did was take that door and have it come down the opposite side of the plates. So I have one steel. But it works. But we didn't realize that in most of yeah, it's pretty. Right.
Okay. And what?
Understand.
And what thing? So, you can make them like next quarter, not that's be things. Okay, so you find an astrology office or a hospice or a whomever that we can reach out. They can distribute what we make. That will be what we'll be doing for our September donation. But remember to bring your items by next month, okay? So they can get billed out. And as far as I know, that's all we got. So thank you for coming and Sam, thank you for being here.
Heck yeah. Yeah, that was good.